Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today, as you can see, we have got a different kind of video, just simply because I've been putting so much hours into Marathon. I have been obsessed with this game. I think I've played 50 plus hours, and I know that's not a lot compared to everybody else with the 400, 300 plus hours, but today I'm going to talk to you about my favourite shells and basically rank them. And if you guys want to see a tips and tricks for beginners video, because I'm still learning this game even after 50 plus hours, I would happily do that. Today there will not be any gameplay. They'll just be talking about each shell and why I like them, and basically telling you guys, if you haven't played the game or if you're thinking about playing the game, what each shell does and how it fits your playstyle. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. Before we do, actually, if you could hit the like button and subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, just let me know. I'll happily do these kind of videos, because I've always been into video games and doing this kind of walkthrough gameplay. And if you want to see gameplay, just let me know. But don't worry, there will be hot dog comic books videos coming back. Just life gets in the way, and Marathon, obviously. But anyway, let's just get straight into it. So we have got 7 shells altogether. That's not including Rook. So Rook is a completely different shell, and I didn't like him at first, but now I'm starting to quite like him. So we will go from, should we go from, let's just go in order. So Destroyer, he's really cool. So if you want to play quite aggressively, he is your character. He's got a massive shield, right barricade, and he can basically thrust into battle, so sideways, left, right, up and down. It is really good to get into the battle quicker, especially with that tactical sprint as well. I've seen so many players use it perfectly well. I just overheat, but it's still a lot of fun. So this is his tactical, his right shield. Like I said, a lot of fun. His trait, like I said, is thrusters. Really fun. And you can jump forward, and then if you want to outplay your enemy, you can do that. And then tactical sprint, really good. It's really good. And his prime, so basically his ultimate, is search and destroy, rocket barrage. It is really cool. You do have to hit your enemy like 3 times, I believe, to get that to activate, but overall it is really cool, and it can really like disrupt a team. So he is really good. I don't play him as much as I would like to, but overall he is still a good shell. Very good for someone who's brand new to the game. Vandal, I do not play this character at all, just because it's not my kind of play style. She has got quite a good amount of abilities as well. So the tactical disrupt cannon, you can transform your arm into a cannon of fire, powered energy projectile that pushes targets away. So again, it's really good in situational parts, but if you're in a closed room, Vandal uses that on you, you're done for. Trait 2, she's got double jump, really cool. I think this is a very friendly for like beginners, beginner friendly kind of thing. I like this. And she's got the slide. Each shell can slide, but she can slide a little bit further because of these thrusters. And then her prime ability is the amplify. So basically she can get these tacticals and traits quicker, and she doesn't overheat as much. So like I said, she's very beginner friendly. I do like her, but just not my kind of play style. But she is really good. She's really good. So next we have got the queen herself, Recon. So now this is my kind of shell. I really like Recon. simply because I like having the information. So she's got a very good kit. So the tactical throws out a little spider drone, hunts down the enemy and makes them overheat. It's really fun. It's really fun. I will like to say that I would like the spider to do more. It doesn't do a lot because people can shoot it, but it's still good to know where people are. So interrogation, basically when you finish a runner by doing a finisher, it'll ping them. So basically like Kavera from Rainbow Six. Really cool, really cool. And then after breaking a target's shields, they leave a lingering holographic trail. This is really good. This has helped me a lot, especially playing solos. But overall, it's all about intel, and she's just really cool. And then the prime, so the ultimate, you just activate a big scan. I think you get like 6 scans, and it tells you where enemy runners are and enemy bots are. And I think it tells you what shields they are as well, I think. I could be wrong. But Recon is my go-to until I played one of the other shells. But she was my go-to. I just love having the information to see where people are. And because I'm average at these kind of games, I'll take all the information I can. So this is a really strong start. So the next one is Assassin. I do not like playing this character at all. Simply because you get killed by a lot of assassins, especially if you play solo. It's just annoying. Basically, he can go invisible. Tactical, active camo, yeah, he can go invisible. Shadow dive, so falling from a great height, you won't take any damage. You'll throw down a smoke grenade, invisible again. And then, basically, if you enter any smoke field, it'll make you invisible again. And then the ultimate is a massive trail of smoke, and guess what, that makes you invisible once again. So if you're playing solo, if you want to rat, this is the shell for you. I don't like playing as them. I don't really like taking the slow kind of sneaky route. I am more of an either direct or on the back line healing and whatnot. Speaking of healing, triage. Every game I've ever played when there's been a medic, I like to play the medic, and this is the first game where he isn't my first pick. Triage is really cool. He can heal people, so he's got a med drone that you can throw out, and that will stick with your teammates for a good while, and it restores health and recharges your shield. So do the health first, then it will do the shields. It's really cool. It stays with you for a long time, which I really like. So the trait 1 is if you use any shield recharges or a med drone or a health syringe, your teammates will get that as well if they've got a med drone as well. So bring heals in, and I personally would make triage the backline fighter, and he just heals and heals the whole team. He's really fun. And then your trait 2, divert energy from your cooling systems to boost the performance of your weapons. It is really cool. I really like this. He is kind of goated in that situation where your teammates are either low or down, and you have to kind of come forward from that back line. That's just how I like to play as well. But he's really cool. And then you prime, reboot, you basically get these like tendrils, I guess, and you can heal your teammates from not across the map, but as you can see from this little video, from quite a good distance. So, and it's really cool. And if you use it on enemies, they get an EMP blast. So if you like healing, I would use triage because he is a lot of fun. So next we have Thief. She's alright. She's probably my third least favourite, just because I don't really use her kit that much. But overall, she's still good. All these shells are good. They just have situational kits, and if this is how you play, this is how you play. So the first hook is a grappling device. You don't have to grapple onto any surface. You can just do it in mid-air, which is really, really fun. And then your next is your X-ray vision, which is really fun as well, because you basically shows you what loot is about. And if you're doing pinwheel on Outpost, this is really, really cool. It's really cool. And then trait 2, the fire things, gain increased weapon handling and accelerate grappled device recharge rate based on the number of items in your backpack. So basically that is a core. A core is a implant of sorts to go with your shell. Each shell has them, and there is a few shells that can go in every shell, if that makes sense. So they have set shells, and then so let me just show you that grapple again. It's really, really fun. And then the prime is a drone, pickpocket drone. You can deploy it and you can fire a hooked tether, and you can eject the highest value item from someone's backpack, which is really fun. And then you can pick it up from the ground. So if you want to be that sneaky guy who doesn't want to get into battle and you just want to take the highest loot, yeah, it is very, very fun. Next we have Sentinel. This is my main. I love the shell so much, and he looks just really cool. He just looks really, really cool. Let me quickly show you what he looks like. This guy is goated. Oh, I should have shown you the rest of the shells, but it's so cool. But Sentinel, he is your defensive kind of shell. He has a snare mine, so you put it down and people who run into it get basically clogged up and they get immobilized with this gunk. It really does help with bots as well, but I like using it where there's a team pushing and you can cover your own flank. I love this. A lot of people think this should last longer or should have a wider kind of feel to it, motion tracker system, but I really like it, especially when you're in a small room and you know there's people around. I use Prey Tracker all the time. I really like it. And then trait 2, you ready and reload submachine gun, shotguns and pistols more quickly based on the number of nearby hostiles. So if you're in a pinch and you need to reload, yeah, this is the one for you. And then the prime is defender system. It's basically a trophy system. It's really, really good. I like this a lot. I like putting this down, even though sometimes it doesn't get used. It's just nice to cover your own back. I've saved the whole team a few times with this. I really like it. But Sentinel is my go-to. And then the last shell is Rook. And when you click on Rook, you get this alert. So basically, you don't get any contracts and you can't pick a loadout. You just get you have a loadout yourself. He's really, really cool, and he only has 2 abilities. He's basically the free kit of Marathon. It's really fun, and so like you go in with nothing and you can come out with everything. He's really, really fun. So the tactical. So these bots that are so incredibly annoying, you can basically blend in, and in a pinch it is incredible. So if you want to get your value up of your vault, this is the best place to be. But like I said, you always play solos and you get put into trio lobbies. So again, there's a high risk, but then there's a huge high reward. I really like him. And then his prime is basically you can slowly restore your health, which is really good, again, in a pinch or after you've just taken some damage from a team and some bots. It is really cool. Rook is I used to put him last. If I filmed this video last week, he would have been dead last, but now he's probably 3rd or 4th. I really like him. There's no worry about losing your loot because you go in with nothing. He is really, really fun to use. So overall, I would rank Sentinel first, Triage second, Recon second as well. So I think Sentinel, Recon, Triage, Destroyer, Vandal, Thief, and then Assassin. But that's not including Rook. I'll probably put Rook just after Recon, so in between Recon and Triage. They're really good. Every shell has a playstyle for everybody, and there's not one shell that's like, oh, that's overpowered, because they all fit perfectly, and everybody uses them differently. So that is my ranking of each shell, and if you guys like to play aggressively, I'll go Destroy. If you play a little bit more slower, Sentinel, or if you want to be, like I said, a rat, Assassin is your go-to. If you want to play that healer, Triage is your guy. And then if you want all the intel like I do, Recon. There's a playstyle here for everybody, and as well as Rook. Rook is just, you're down bad on your vault and you want to get a little bit more money. Rook is your kind of guy. My vault is not doing that well at the moment. This is probably the most money I've ever had in a vault in any extraction game. But if you take a look at how much credits I've got, yeah, it's quite bad. But you basically pick up loot and you sell it to these characters here. These are your factions, let's say. Every day you get a free kit. So there is a lot of potential in this game. You don't have to start straight away on Destroyer or Recon. You can just take it slow and play every single one of them. Or if you just want to go into Rook and learn the basics and go in with a pistol and come out with a machine gun or a submachine gun. It is really fun. This game is really fun. I really like it. I've met quite a lot of decent people on this game and we run it a few times. It is really fun. But like I said, guys, that is it for today. I know it's not really been that productive, but I really enjoyed talking about Marathon. And if you want to see some gameplay, I can probably sort that out. But yeah, if you want to see more, just let me know. And like I said, the comic book content is coming soon. Check out my Instagram if you haven't already. If you like this kind of video, just let me know. I apologise if you didn't like this kind of video. I'm just trying to test out a few things, and I just like talking about video games and comic books. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.